Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Charles, also as Doctor of Ghetto here. This message goes out to all the news reporters, especially the news anchors, anywhere that's related to news that you broadcast news, display news, however, whatever you can, whichever you can. It goes out to all the news companies like CNN, ABC, NBC, MSNBC, HLN, what other American, especially the American-related companies, those type of American-related companies, heck, even New York One for all places too, right? They didn't expect that much corruption out of those guys over the last, 10 years or more. So, but ladies and gentlemen of these news companies, to be your Dan Rathers, if I pronounce his name correctly, or that's his actual name in the news company, Peter Jennings. I know he's dead, but whatever, right? People like Peter Jennings. He was like one of the original journalists before when they went haywire. There's Charlie Rose of PBS, a little bit like he's a news reporter, of course. Megyn Kelly, Bill O'Reilly, people like Wolf Blitzer of CNN. HLN, that woman, she was in that movie Hancock. She's part of that news anchor too. You guys know what I'm talking about. The news reporter from Hancock, the movie with Will Smith in it. That goes to her too, especially her at HLN. You guys call yourself newsmakers? Really? How is that possible that you call yourself newsmakers per se? Because if I recall, newsmakers is supposed to be making news. But usually news reporters. What's that about, ladies and gentlemen of these companies? What's about, ladies and gentlemen of the news industry or news field of sorts? What's it tell me as a citizen of the United States who wants to get news about the government, about politics, about history, about science or health, or heck, even something that's regards to current events or what's going on? I know nothing wrong about the shooting in my neighborhood, nothing like that regard. And it's okay. I think it's okay to have shootings every now that they have the broadcast or the report on the shooting, stuff like that. But you don't really report on certain things that we as citizen journalists, or we as advocates, or we as regular people on the internet who can easily just do a few clicks, type in, and find out lots of information about what's going on in our neighborhood, or what's going on in our everyday livelihoods, stuff like that, or not only everyday livelihoods, but what's going on in the broad range of the government corruption, stuff like that, for the last 10 years about. A good 10 years, just about. Oh, sure, I guess you say that I started on with this realization about the government and stuff like that, in a sense where I reported the news about Obama, maybe the son of Malcolm X, stuff like that. I will say, don't care, whatever. Hear my flesh, the flesh. Who cares anyway right now? But in the how many years ago? 5+ years ago, this has been on the news from Gawker and other Gawker of all places. Gawker, an online gossip website. What the hell? And you don't report that or mention that, or let alone you really mention the source of the fluoride in the drinking water of the woman. You mentioned that the female, the female kids, like anywhere between 7 to 9, they get menstruation earlier in their likelihood at age 7 to 9, just about, give or take. And you didn't tell about the source of it. You don't tell about where it originated from, why they have this menstruation going on in their livelihood so quickly or so suddenly. Now, look back, hear about other news companies or news shows that are via the internet or radio shows. Those kind of like a little bit help out a little bit here and there. But the alternative news, or the alternative news, but the secondary news, the back and burner news, like us, like me for example, or maybe who's it called, that AMV or something like that. I forgot his name though, but if he's listening to this too, you're doing a good job about this conspiracy and stuff like that. Good job, not bad. Others too, in the past, you guys are truthers and patriots. I still kind of disappointed in you for not taking action into your own hands. Come on. If you really say you got these guns, you're brandishing your guns, stuff like that. I want to shoot the President Obama. I want to shoot the President of the United States. I want to overthrow the government, stuff like that. Yeah. Please, if you really want to do that, you should have done that like 6 years ago. Now it's too late. Now the government has 1.6 billion rounds of ammunition purchased via the Department of Homeland Security. So that's like 2 years ago they started doing this, so a year and a half just about. So it was too late right now to do that, because they can fight wars over against us as the people of the United States. We will lose on the first day of the first war or the first battle. So we're not gonna. You guys, I don't know. You guys could have done guerrilla warfare for all I know. I would have been a part of it. Why not, right? But yeah, no point to the newsmakers, but you're news reporters, ladies and gentlemen, of these news companies. I can't specify who exactly is making the news, or who's doing this, who's doing that in a negative way, or messing up, tweaking the story a little bit here and there on purpose. No big deal. But you definitely made. I've been watching for the last year, at least a good year, since the Michael Brown, or I should say since the Trayvon Martin, or even since the Sean Bell thing. I didn't say anything for the last few months, ladies and gentlemen, because it was just like the typical propagandized news that the news was trying to provoke people to do some stupid stuff, rather than organize together and overthrow the government or kill these reporters. Well, yeah, I'll submit that. I'll say, yeah, kill the reporters. Why not? Because they did a horrible job in reporting about the 2008-2009 economic crisis, the BP oil spill, and the Lois Lane of the IRS scandal with Obama, President Obama, and Hillary Clinton, and Benghazi and stuff like that, etc., etc. The list goes on and on for the last 5+ years now. It doesn't matter if you're left wing or right wing, conservative or liberal, black or white, rich or poor. If you're part of these groups or part of these news organizations at any level, you should have known that report the news properly, because it doesn't matter how much money you make, billions of dollars a year from your Saudi money or whatever it's called, from Saudi Arabia, the Arab kings and quick kings and the loyalty of Osama bin Laden's and the Ahmadinejad's and whoever the case may be, because people will find out about the story sooner or later and will break it out to the public, even if it'll kill them. Like me, for example, I was going to go after me in government about what I've done 5 years ago with the news report of Obama was like I said, the Malcolm X Obama thing. What are you going to learn, ladies and gentlemen, of these news companies? I'm talking to you guys of the news companies, the news makers, news reporters, ladies and gentlemen. When you all will realize that I pay $65 a month for the last 4 months, and all I get is this nonsensual, everyday. New York 1 is a little bit of an exception, because they talk about everyday stuff. They're kind of telling the truth here and there about the everyday stuff going on in New York City, or whatever. But the nationwide audience, the nationwide news companies, not nationwide audience, but nationwide news companies that broadcast to the audience, you guys know for a fact that you're actually influence a lot of people to watch your stuff for how much money a month. All we want is just the truth, or some type of truth. Yeah, some type of truth. Yeah, a little bit here, a little bit like that, but not like the enchilada, not the high quality stuff like you did 25 years ago with James Baker, who was the secretary. James Baker, I believe he was the Treasury, not Treasury Secretary most likely, but he was definitely the Secretary of State, James Baker, back in the early 1990s with the Bill Clinton administration or the George H.W. Bush administration. So I'll give you guys a look in the description box down below who's James Baker exactly, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But you had like Peter Jennings, you had like Walter Cronkite, Edward R. Murrow, all these guys talked about like news stuff like that with no problem, and people accepted it. They're not gonna go out the streets and riot and do all this stuff. And if they do, then so be it, right? Truth's gonna hurt sometimes. But let it be known that we're paying you people, you news makers supposedly, but you're news reporters. We're paying you to give us the news. Now, if it's for free, by all means, you can do whatever you want to do. But we're paying you guys how much money a month in cable bill to broadcast the news and to report the news properly and accordingly with the law. You have freedom of speech, ladies and gentlemen. Use it. I didn't do this for nothing, and I thought that before 2008, I thought that I was listening to you guys hearing the truth and stuff. But ever since I met these guys on the internet via Xbox Live, yeah, that's right, that I'm hearing totally uplifted and detailed news about what's going on in the world. You have the birth certificate issue, or about Michael Savage. You report about Michael Savage at ABC's Good Morning America, saying that Michael Savage was some sort of like some monster for criticizing children with autism. I say that's a fake disease or whatever. He's not. He didn't even say that. He's manipulating like this. He's like, yeah, let's twerk this here, twerk this there. Make it look like he's saying this stuff. How dare you? Michael Savage is not that bad of a person. Come on now. He's been out for how many years? At least 30 in the public's eye? Or at least 20 years in the public's eye. But before that, he's making like how many books before that? And you gotta screw him over? Or try to screw him over? Make him be banned in England too? I bet you had your hand in it to make him be banned from England too. Aside from that, don't worry about Savage. You got my support. A little bit of, I guess you could say like a forewarning that when comes the time, you know, I think you should hide out. That's what happens. But anyway, get back on points. Now, don't worry, like Savage. You got support. You got support. But I say, if you really want to avoid any danger, hide out, please. When time comes. Just kidding. Yes. Well, anyway, news reporters, not newsmakers, do your job. I'm paying you, literally. My taxes, you get government funded. I know that for a fact. Not only taxes, but as well as cable bill. I'll show my cable bill online here. I don't know if I can actually, but it's a regular recorded instead of edited. I'll see if I edit this out as much as possible to put it into pictures in a sense. And you'll see my cable bill. See my first name, how much I paid it to. It's proof that I paid $65 a month for the cable bill. This doesn't make any sense at all. Doesn't make any sense at all. How did I say, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you for watching. Please thumbs up, rate, comment, and subscribe and share. And to the news reporters, you were warned. Now, it's up to you, do it or not. Otherwise, I'm not going to watch it anymore. And you lose lots and lots of money. I guarantee you, Pastor Man, I should have listened to Pastor Man years ago when he said boycott Fox News or boycott, yeah, definitely Fox News for some such reason. But something has to give. I thought I'd get some news out of you guys, but you guys think it's not the same as what was before 2008. You knew what was going to happen when Obama came onto the scene. You knew it. Have a nice day, guys.